Hi friends, today topic is Yagi-Uda antenna. So generally these antennas are high gain antennas and these are example for the parasitic element array. And here these Yagi-Uda antennas are operated at VHF and UHF frequency ranges. Generally in this Yagi-Uda antenna we are using the three elements. One is the reflector, one is the director and one is the reflector, one is the driven element and one is the director. Here reflector and director both are the parasitic elements. The driven element is maybe a half wave dipole or folded dipole antenna. So depending on our application, here we have to use the driven element. And this one is the construction of the structure of the Yagi-Uda antenna. How we are placing the reflector, driven element, director in this Yagi-Uda antenna. In this Yagi-Uda antenna, we are taking the reflector length is 5% more than length of the driven element. And the director length is 5% less than length of the driven element. So in this, generally I am using the half wave dipole as a driven element. Already we know the length of the half wave dipole is 0.5 lambda. So depending on this, what is the reflector length? 0.55 lambda. What is the director length? 0.45 lambda. Why? Because we have to keep reflector length 5% more than length of the driven element. And the director length 5% less than length of the driven element. This is the structure of the Yagi-Uda antenna. And here in this Yagi-Uda antenna, all the elements are placed in a straight line and all the elements are parallelly placed and very close to each other. The spacing between all the elements in the Yagi-Uda antenna is 0.1 lambda to 0.15 lambda. And here there is no need of external supply for these two parasitic elements, reflector and director. Here we are connecting the transmission line for the driven element only for the supply. Whenever we are applying the source for the driven element, the EMF will be induced in this driven element. Okay, that EMF producing the current in the parasitic elements. Here reflector and director both are the parasitic elements. Okay, the current flowing in the parasitic elements that is developed due to the EMF of the driven element only. So that's why there is no need of external supply for these two parasitic elements. And here this one is the radiation pattern of the Yagi-Uda antenna. Generally the Yagi-Uda antenna providing the unidirectional radiation pattern. That is nothing but the Yagi-Uda antenna radiate the maximum energy in one direction only. How it is radiating the maximum energy in one direction? So coming to this one, here we have a reflector now. This reflector supports the maximum radiation and this director is also supports the maximum radiation. Here the reflector adds the fields from the reflector side to the driven element side. And the director adds the fields from the driven element side to the director side. Means the reflector supports the maximum radiation towards the driven element side and director also supports the maximum radiation away from the driven element. Like this, in this Yagi-Uda antenna, we are obtaining the unidirectional radiation pattern. And here in the reflector and director, the current flow is existing due to the EMF of driven element. That current phase and magnitude is depending on the length of the parasitic elements and spacing between the antenna elements. And the radiation pattern is also depending on the length of the parasitic elements and spacing between the elements in the Yagi-Uda antenna. And here how we are deciding the length of the reflector, length of the driven element, length of the director. Okay, for deciding all the lengths of the elements, here we have a few formulas. Okay, here we are deciding the length of the reflector by using this formula 152 by F, the F in megahertz. Generally, the Yagi-Uda antennas are operated at the fixed frequencies. That's why we are taking F, fixed F here. Length is na, that's why I am taking the units as a meters here. For finding the driven element length, I am using the formula 143 by F meters. And for director length, here we are using the formula as a 137 by F in meters. And now here, this one is the reflector now. Here, this reflector is greater than compared to the driven element in length. The director length is less than compared to the driven element. Okay, due to that, here this whatever the current flowing in this reflector, that current lags the induced voltage, and whatever the current in the director, that current leads the induced voltage, means here the reflector act as a inductive. The reflector is in inductive nature and the director is in capacitive nature. Okay, the current in the reflector lags the induced voltage and the current in the director leads the induced voltage. Means it is in inductive in nature, it is in capacitive in nature. And here this one is the Yagi-Uda antenna, and in this Yagi-Uda antenna we have 6 elements. This one is the reflector, this one is the driven element, all these are the directors. So I already told you Yagi-Uda antenna is a high gain antenna. How we are obtaining the higher gain in the Yagi-Uda antenna means whenever we are increasing the number of directors in the Yagi-Uda antenna, we are obtaining the high gain, high directivity also, and higher signal strength also. And here this one is the 6 element Yagi-Uda antenna. In this 6 element Yagi-Uda antenna, we are using the driven element as a folded dipole antenna here. One reflector and a number of directors. Whenever we are using the number of directors, we are obtaining the higher gains in the Yagi-Uda antenna. Here this one is a vertical rod and this one is a horizontal rod. This vertical rod gives the support to the horizontal rod. Horizontal rod gives the supports to the all the elements. So generally in the television purpose, we are using this type of Yagi-Uda antenna. And now here we are saying the characteristics of Yagi-Uda antenna. So what are the characteristics? So already we know the Yagi-Uda antenna is a 3 element antenna. Generally in the Yagi-Uda antenna, we have a one reflector, one driven element, one director. So Yagi-Uda antenna consisting one reflector, one driven element, one director, that is directly call it as beam antenna. For increasing gain purpose only, we are increasing the number of directors. And coming to the second characteristics, generally the Yagi-Uda antenna gives the 3% bandwidth. So this 3% bandwidth is sufficient for television reception. And already we know the spacing between the antenna elements is very less, that is 0.1 to 0.15 lambda. Whenever we are varying the spacing between the antenna elements from the 0.1 lambda to 1.5 lambda, the bandwidth also varies here. The bandwidth varies from 2% to the 3%. And here, by using the 3 elements in the Yagi-Uda antenna, we are getting the gain as a 7 to 8 dB. Whenever we are increasing the more number of directors, we are obtaining the high gain. So generally, whenever we are using the 3 elements in the Yagi-Uda antenna, that Yagi-Uda antenna gives the gain as a 7 to 8 dB. And its front to back ratio is 20 dB. And what is the front to back ratio? Already we know the front to back ratio. So means we have to take in the radiation intensity in the front direction and in the backward direction. It will give the front to back ratio. And here in this Yagi-Uda antenna, generally the somewhat energy radiated in backward direction also. Okay, due to the proper length of the elements, and proper spacing between the elements. Here, this backward radiated energy must be cancelled and added to the front side. So, like this, the front to back ratio is increased in the Yagi-Uda antennas. Okay, and the Yagi-Uda antennas gives the higher signal strength also. And here, next characteristics is, and already I told you, the Yagi-Uda antenna gives the unidirection pattern. With the three elements, we are obtaining the directivity as a moderate. Whenever we are increasing the number of directors in the beam direction, we have to get the higher gain and higher directivity. So generally Yagi-Uda antennas are low cost and less weight, and I already told you, for obtaining the greater directivity or greater gain, the number of directors will be increased in the beam direction. That number of directors range from 2 to 40. 2 to 40. We have to increase from 2 to 40 directors in the Yagi-Uda antenna for obtaining the higher gains and higher directivities. And already we told you, by using the Yagi-Uda antenna, we have to obtain in the high gain, high bandwidth and higher directivity also. So due to that, the Yagi-Uda antennas are also called super gain and super directive antennas. Okay, so next topic we will see in next class.